Hello students, welcome back to this molecular spectroscopy series. Today we'll start with lesson number 6. That is expression for frequency separation in rotational spectra. Now to derive this expression, we are going to use selection rule which we discussed in the previous lesson. So let's get started. So there are three major important terms we are going to understand here, that is energy levels, selection rule and nature of spectrum. So first understand the meaning of rotational energy. Rotational energy actually refers to the kinetic energy associated with the rotation of a molecule. So according to Schrödinger equation, this rotational energy is given by equation Ej is equal to h square upon 8 pi square Ij in bracket j plus 1 joules. Assign this as a equation number 1, where Ej is rotational energy of molecule in joules. H is Planck's constant. I is moment of inertia of molecule. J is rotational quantum number and it having values 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. Now use this equation only to derive the frequency separation of rotational spectra. So consider a transition from a rotational energy level J to another rotational energy level J dash, so the change in energy is given by Ej is equal to h square upon 8 pi square Ij in bracket j plus 1 and Ej dash is equal to h square upon 8 pi square Ij dash in bracket j dash plus 1. So change in energy, delta Ej is equal to Ej minus Ej dash. So put the above value in this formula, we will get equation number 2. Further we follow selection rule, that is delta J is equal to plus minus 1. That is delta J is equal to J minus J dash. Or J dash is equal to J minus 1. So substituting the value of J dash in equation number 2, we will get below equation number 3. Now simplify equation number 3, you will get equation number 4, that is delta Ej is equal to h square upon 8 pi square I to j. Next we have to consider Planck's quantum theory. Energy changes are quantized by the equation delta E is equal to h nu is equal to h nu bar c, which we already learnt in lesson number 2. Now equate this equation with equation number 4, we will get equation number 5. That is, nu bar is equal to h upon 8 pi square Ic to j. So the term h upon 8 pi square Ic is constant for a given molecule and it is called rotational constant or Bjerum's constant. Use the symbol B. It depends on the moment of inertia of the molecule. So the equation 5 can be written as nu bar is equal to bj. Assign this as a equation number 6. So, from equation 6, the frequency of lines in the rotational spectrum can be found. Here our derivation is solved. Further we see now transitions. When J is equal to 0, the rotational energy is 0 and the molecule does not rotate at all. This is called ground rotational state of the molecule. When J is equal to 1, that is, transition from J is equal to 0 to J is equal to 1. This gives the frequency of the first absorption line. That is nu bar 1 is equal to be meter inverse. Next when J is equal to 2, that is, transition from J is equal to 1 to J is equal to 2. This gives the frequency of the second absorption line. That is nu bar 1 is equal to 4b meter inverse. In the same manner, when J is equal to 3, that is, transition from J is equal to 2 to J is equal to 3. This gives the frequency of the third absorption line. That is nu bar 1 is equal to 6b meter inverse. Therefore, frequency separation between consecutive lines will be delta nu bar is equal to 4b minus 2b is equal to 2b. Similarly, 6b minus 4b is equal to 2b and so on. So from this image you clearly understood the frequency separation of rotational energy levels. Therefore, delta nu bar is equal to 2b is equal to h upon 4 pi square Ic. Assign this as a equation number 7. It follows from equation 7 that the moment of inertia of a diatomic molecule can be calculated from the frequency separation of successive lines in the rotational spectrum of a molecule. From moment of inertia, the internuclear distance, nothing but bond length, can be calculated since the two are related by equation. Here we completed with the whole derivation part. I hope you understood very well. But still, if you have any doubts regarding the same, ask me. I will resolve your all the doubts. So thank you so much watching this video. See you in the next video, lesson number 7.